Jahivish Misha Brini Wodi Nashi. Hello, I'm Bryn Moody of the Fairies, and I will be sharing 5 of my favorite poems that I have written. The first I would like to share is called Limerick for the Land. I wander through quiet villages, forests and glens, by brooks babbling as they've been. On a quiet morning tide, its flow my humble guide, to the place I shall return again. My heart goes with the mountains tall, and the meadows in spring, forests in fall. My song is with the winds that blow, and the morning mists that gently glow. I hear their eternal, never-ending call. The great standing stones guard the land, and ancient trees so tall they stand. But this is changing, turning on, and soon perhaps will forever be gone. The time passed like shifting sand. The next one that I would like to share is one entitled The Woman from Clare. Oh, she told me a tale, the old woman from Clare, of a land out beyond the shore, and of a land beneath the ground where the fairy folk are found, tales from the old folklore. And I listened closely to her words, the words sweetly spoken I heard, but this art is nearly lost and no more. The stories she sang beneath the apple tree are stories held in a heart that is free, and these words will perhaps fade away. I remember the waves breaking on the rocks, the roaring waves with impassioned thoughts, and the words of time they longed to say, and I listened to their words, the words sweetly spoken I heard, but the tide cannot forever stay. Shall these words forever be lost? The heart once free will pay the cost, and lose what has made us free. I remember that woman from County Clare, and the stories she told me while I was there. Her words will remain, will forever be, and I will remember her words, the words sweetly spoken I heard sung that day beneath the apple tree. Oh, she told me a tale, the old woman from Clare, of a land out beyond the shore, and of the land beneath the ground where the fairy folk are found, tales from the old folklore. And I listened closely to her words, the words sweetly spoken I heard, but this art is nearly lost and no more. This next piece is one that I wrote based on letters that were sent from a housekeeper to her family after a storm destroyed most of the eastern station of the Eagle Island Lighthouse in County Mayo on the night of the 29th of December, 1894. Miraculously, there were no casualties. This is entitled Storms. The sun sets now o'er the wild Atlantic way, but the clouds are rolling in dark and gray. A storm is coming in from out across the sea, and the keeper of the light looks out courageously. There's a storm coming in, said he. There's a storm coming in from out across the sea, and we better be ready. Oh, we better be ready for that torrent sea. I remembered the birds had stopped their songs. It was then that I knew that it wouldn't be long until those torrent waves overtook the light, thrashing the tower all through the night. And he said, the storm's coming with immense might. The waves are coming higher than the light, and we better be ready. Oh, we better be ready for a long, long night. I was nothing more than a maid on that rock, but I remembered the waves like a hellish knock, came around in violent thrashing, and we prayed as those waves came crashing, the storm swelling in violence against the tower smashing. In that tower we took shelter as the waves kept on thrashing, destroying our easterly dwelling. Oh, destroying our dwelling with those waves, violent crashing. The glass above shattered with a great thrust of the wave, destroying too the wall meant to keep us safe. As the night dragged on, we hoped for the day, and we continued to hope and to pray, unsure if safety to us would ever find its way. And the keeper I saw was afraid and longed for day. Preserve us, he says. Oh, preserve us until the day. The sun it rose o'er the wide Atlantic way, breaking the clouds that once were dark and grey. The dawn was quiet and still was the sea. Those from the western tower helped us free, and to the mainland Belmullet rode we, children and us women, out across the quiet sea. Oh, how we could not foresee how wild those waves unrestrained and free. Now this next piece I wrote for the birthday of my favorite poet, W.B. Yeats. I wrote it on his birthday to commemorate him and all he has done for the Gaelic cultural revival in Ireland and the revival of the Irish folk tradition. This is a poem entitled The Abbey Theatre. A theatre stands just down the street, where people not yet friends will meet. This place of our true culture stands, to save us and preserve our land. Long have we suffered by their hand, our stories twisted, our traditions disbanded. But this theatre is a beacon of light, to guide those weary through the night. The words of one poet ring true, words to inspire both me and you, to go away to a different land, for the world is more full of weeping than we can understand. And here before us lies the key to stories of old retold for all to see, to walk together hand in hand, and to preserve our ancient land. And so, my friends, to the theatre we now go, and perhaps things will change, you never know. But what I can tell you, my friend, one thing is for certain: there's joy for a moment behind that stage curtain. And the final piece I would like to share is something entitled At the Bonny Fields of Athenry. Athenry in County Galway has been the site of many, many battles for Irish independence, and many, many men have lost their lives there, so this is in remembrance for all of those who have fought for Irish independence. This is At the Bonny Fields of Athenry. At the bonny fields of Athenry, where blood ran red and mothers cry, again and again gallant men go to die for freedom's sake. Vie, at the bonny fields of Athenry. At the bonny fields of Athenry, spirits haunt in passing by. Remembrances stand for those who fly, and never shall they truly die. At the bonny fields of Athenry. At the bonny fields of Athenry, where quiet winds breathe their sigh, echoing of the bloodshed of those gallant men in crimson lie, the terrible memories ne'er passing by. At the bonny fields of Athenry. Thank you so much for listening. Again, my name is Bryn ni Bodi Nashi, Bryn Moody of the Fairies. Thanks again.